Hello, everybody. Behind me here is my 2015 Volvo S60. I love this car. I think it looks fantastic. Love the curves and the design of it. I love the front end of it. I like that classic Volvo grille. Love the interior. Love the seats. The seats are designed by chiropractors, apparently. That's supposed to be a real thing, so they're very comfortable to sit in. It's got a little bit of a sporty nature to it. This is the 2.0 liter four cylinder turbocharged with the start stop feature. But like a lot of these cars, especially the ones with this start stop feature, it has an ugly little secret. These things have two batteries. If you go back and look at a couple of my previous videos, you'll see one from 2 years ago where I replaced that second battery, an auxiliary battery, in this car with an inexpensive power sport battery. A year ago, I did a review to see whether it was still any good, whether it was making it like it's supposed to, doing what it was supposed to. And here we are, 2 years later, with an inexpensive start stop battery in this thing. And does it still work? Well, short answer, yeah, it's perfect. It works exactly like it's supposed to. Little bit of background though. The factory Volvo battery, that secondary battery on these things is something like $115 or something like that. And it's just a tiny little battery. I mean, if you look at it from the top, it's barely bigger than some cell phones these days. And when you start looking at the battery, all Volvo and a lot of these other companies did for that second battery is use a power sport battery, something that you'd find out of a lawnmower, an ATV, a four-wheeler or quad, something like that. Um, the only thing these batteries do is when your car comes up to a stop and that start stop feature is enabled, the engine shuts off, but your radio stays on, your blower fan for your heating and cooling stays on, and all that stuff. That secondary battery runs those systems so that when your primary battery needs to start the car back up, that starter has a massive current draw. And if you didn't disconnect those other electronics, those sensitive electronics, from that primary battery during that time, then it could possibly damage them. So they run off of that secondary battery so that they can keep running and let your start stop feature work without causing you interruptions to the other, systems in the car. It's a nice design. I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, I don't know if there's that much of a gain in savings on fuel efficiency or anything like that. And a lot of people, if you have a button to turn them off, get in the car and turn them off. But if the battery goes bad, your car starts yelling at you. It throws up all kinds of warnings if you try to sit and listen to the radio for, finish up that song when you get to the grocery store. It'll tell you low voltage and it won't let you listen to your song. All kinds of stuff like that. So it's a royal pain. I ended up matching the battery that was in there. I looked it up, compared the size, compared the statistics on it, the cold cranking amps, the ratings for amperage delivery, and all that kind of stuff, and found out that this expensive $115 Volvo battery really was just a rebranded Power Sport battery. I got a Power Sport battery online from everybody's favorite playground, Amazon, for $30 delivered. The question was, is it any good? Does that Power Sport battery for $30 work as good as the original battery? And so far, yeah, it does. Little bit of an industry thing that a lot of people don't realize is worldwide, there's only like, I don't know, 5 or 6 battery manufacturers for these types of batteries. Your lead acid batteries, advanced glass mat batteries, gel batteries, stuff that you would find in cars and power sports equipment. So a lot of these, no matter what label is on the outside, it's all the same battery. So this battery, just because it doesn't have a Volvo label on it, may very well be from the same factory on the same production line, just slapping a different label on it. Who knows? Sure is working like it. So far, it's been great. $30 battery in this car, even if it only lasts for 2 or 3 years, I'm getting good value out of it because the original battery in these things, those batteries generally don't last more than 6 to 8 years max. So at $115 versus $30, I'm still coming out okay on that. And this thing is going strong. When I tested it, it still tests absolutely perfect. So can't complain about that. So draw this to a close. 2 year review on a cheap $30 start-stop battery for a Volvo S60. Does it work? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes. Now, disclaimer here, I'm not a mechanic. Your results may vary, but if you have one of these and it's that small battery that when you take it out and look at it, look around, check to see, is there a power sport battery that matches the terminal configuration front to back, the terminal configuration, which is positive or negative left and right so that it matches exactly what you've got, your cold cranking amps and all that. If you can find one of those that matches exactly what you have in your car right now, it's probably the same battery. And if you can find it cheaper than you can at the dealership, go for it. See what happens. The worst that can happen is you get it in there and it doesn't last as long. But at $30 or so, who cares? They're easy to replace in most cases too. So, anywho, just wanted to let you guys know how this come out so far and how my experience has gone with this. Beautiful so far. Thumbs up, 10 out of 10, recommend. So, hope you guys got something out of this. And I hope to see you in another year with another review saying it's still going strong. See you then.